Morning Fix. We're having a great conversation this morning, and it is one of those conversations that Kenyans should be involved in. Despite the fact that today is an international day for food safety, we should have these conversations every day, not just wait for one day of the year to have them, right, Mariam?
Absolutely. The thing we eat every day. You're eating every day. If you're a farmer, you're producing every day. So this is an ongoing conversation. But I wanted to ask Dr. Harun, who's speaking to us about World Food Safety Day, as just a consumer, is there any way we can, up our food safety standards to make sure that what we're consuming is what's best for us, just to protect ourselves and our families?
Thank you so much. And just before I jump to respond to your question, I just want to make a very quick clarification that it's 44% of our pesticides that have been banned
in the EU.
Wow.
I just want to make that clarification and some correction.
So a lot higher than we thought.
Yeah.
A lot
That's
higher,
almost
actually.
half of the pesticides that we use in this country.
Almost.
Oh, that's
almost.
scary.
It's quite sad. It's scary. I agree with you. Now, to the farmer, because that's what we are talking about in terms of the food safety to start with, because that's where the food safety begins. And very important to note that we have got different aspects, because I know we are being challenged that we're in the tropics, whereby we have got high load of pests, and we have no choice than to use these pesticides. I know that's a narrative that is being created. But in contrary, we have seen farmers who have really gone for integrated pest management, where they try as much as possible to enhance the capacity of the crop that they are planting, capacity of their animals to withstand some of these challenges that come with pests and parasites when it comes to livestock. For example, I want to mention some of the practice that I'm seeing now with the livestock keepers through the help of some of our institutions in this country. All right, like the Kenya Agricultural Livestock and Research Institute, now they have what they call a probiotic that you feed on your animal, and it's natural. It's a liquid, and you feed your animals. It promotes growth, and it also controls the worm load in the animal. So you don't have to continue giving these antiparasitic drugs, the dewormers for those animals. When it comes to crop, we are calling for sound practices for the small scale farmers, so we can also reduce their cost of agricultural production by having very regenerative practices that promote use of safe or very healthy practices to their crops that are not having some residual effect because of using the synthetic pesticides. But these, of course, biological control measures, some could be a bit expensive because, but in terms of the long run, you realize that the farmer is able to save, because where you cannot, you'll only use the synthetic pesticides when you have no choice in terms of the pest load. But you can avoid that. Use also, like when you use the mixed crop farming, when you intercrop, you reduce the weed capacity within, or the weed growth within your farm.
Before we let you go, and again, thank you so much for just spending this morning with us. I know our time is far gone, but we are a country that loves our street food.
Yes.
We love our Mutura.
Yes.
We love our Boilo.
Yeah.
Somebody who works in the sector of looking at matters food safety, would you be wary, or do you still eat those things? Do you keep away? What's your story with that in a few seconds? What's your story with street food, and how should Kenyans react now that we're talking about a lot of these things?
I usually take the maize, the choma maize, mahindi choma. And of course that is dry heat.
Yes.
Of course, and the hygienic measures that are in that sector, of course, they are wanting, and we need to enhance the public awareness about food safety in those areas. And there's a conflicting element between livelihood, sustaining for those people who are doing it, and the food safety.
That's true.
And I think this is where the trade-off need to come. And I do believe with the bill that is coming up, we are going to have very clear measures that need to be put for such sectors.
Brilliant. Well, from the lovers of Mahindi Choma to Lovers of Mutura. All of us are in the same WhatsApp group, trying to make sure that all of the food that we eat is safe for all of us.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much for coming in. We call this Makofika Olomide.
Yes.
This one is yours. A few claps for you.
Yeah, thank you.
And feel at home to always come and visit Nation FM and have these conversations with us.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
You're very, very welcome. We're jumping into the next hour. Of course, the DJ Nara still on the decks, and still the music machine, and so much more. A chance to win 18,000 bob. We're going to be telling you how you can do that. And it is all about loving yourself a little bit more. Doesn't get easier than that. Let's